And for more perspective, we're bringing in Joe Walsh, now former Illinois Republican Congressman and political director of Mission Democracy. Thanks so much for being with us. And Joe, what is the strategy for President Biden to have a successful debate night against Trump? Let's start there.
Good to be with you. Look, he's got to remind the American people of who Donald Trump is. And we can't forget, because too many Americans have forgotten who and what Donald Trump is. We all want to normalize Trump and talk about their strategy and who's up in the polls. Joe Biden needs to remind the American people tonight that Donald Trump is the only president in American history, the only one who lost an election and then refused to concede, and then he tried to overthrow the election. Biden ought to look at the American people tonight and say, and as Donald Trump stands in front of you tonight, he's said he will not accept the results of this election if he loses. Threat to democracy, that's what that is. And it's up to Biden to remind the American people of this.
Interesting. Tell me more about this, because we've heard this reported, this idea of Trump amnesia here. Any question in your mind that Trump amnesia nationwide is the reason that Biden's camp pushed so hard and to do this specific debate so early?
Oh, absolutely. It's such a great point. We have such a short memory in this country. We forget things so easily. Look, there are more people in this country who oppose the chaos and the unfitness that Trump's 4 years were. But so many people have forgotten it. So many people have forgotten January 6th. So many people have forgotten that Donald Trump led us to January 6th. Biden has to not yell and shout, but he can't normalize Trump. Look, I'm no political expert, and I'm sure they'll talk about policy tonight. But Joe Biden has to say, this guy to my right is a unique character. He is a threat. We've never, ever had a president lose an election and refuse to participate in the peaceful transfer of power. That's what he did. And I think a lot of people have forgotten this. I think Biden needs to harp on this.
You know, the president himself has been under a lot of criticism for his handling of the border, also the economy, among other issues. How is he going to try to redeem himself and counter questions about these specific issues tonight?
So I think, and again, many may disagree with me. I don't think Trump has anything to prove tonight, because America knows like what he is and who he is. They have to decide whether they want that back in the White House. But Joe Biden does have something to prove. And if he can't prove it, he's going to be in trouble. Biden has to prove tonight that he's not too old, period. He has to prove that he's up to the job, period. I don't think it has anything to do with policy. I think most Americans, and by the way, there are a lot of undecided voters. They look at Trump and they think he's a jerk, but I worry that Biden's too old. And so they're undecided right now. Joe Biden has to show tonight that he's not too old, that he's up to the job, and that he's up to another 4 years. That's his hurdle.
What does that actually practically look like? Does that look like looking for the State of the Union level energy that he brought before? Does that mean no freezing moments, no loss of train of thought, not a single gaffe coming from Biden behind that podium?
Well, I don't want him shouting like he did at the State of the Union for 45 minutes. Look, I wish Joe Biden would just stand in front of the American people tonight like an 81-year-old, right? And just say, I'm 81 years old and I've slowed down. And yeah, I'll take a nap every day. But damn it, look at what we've done. Look at what we've accomplished. And I'll always look out for you, unlike this guy to my right, Donald Trump, and then go right back to Donald Trump, the threat to our democracy. He's got to be an honest, warm, but forceful 81-year-old who looks like he's in command of everything around him.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.